can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Daddy, put hands on you, give you real black eyes. Come on, don't do that. And that's the truth.
You know it's bad when Ice Cube, the guy who wrote No Vaseline, takes a break from his billionaire empire just to roast you. But that's exactly what happened when Aries Spears crossed the line. He didn't just throw shade. He tried to trash Cube's whole legacy. His acting, his music, his entire come-up, Ari went all in. It all went down on Big Boy's neighborhood. What started as some chill talk about rappers turned into full-blown chaos. Aries Spears called Ice Cube trash, not just as a rapper, but as an actor too. Cube didn't let that slide. He fired back hard, calling Aries irrelevant, not funny, and said he's not even close to cracking the top 10 in black comedy, not even on the radar. Then 50 Cent jumped in and it got even messier. You already know 50 loves jumping in when someone's getting cooked, and this was the perfect chance. He saw the clip and had to clown Aries for going out sad. But here's the kicker. Aries didn't stop there. That man even dissed Today Was a Good Day, a song that's basically West Coast royalty. Who does that?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing else.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if he...
Ice Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now?
Even Big Boy's co-host tried to smooth things over with a laugh, but Aries Spears just kept digging the hole deeper. He doubled down with a wild impersonation of Ice Cube, as a gynecologist of all things. And it ended with a line so awkward, the whole room froze. Nobody laughed. The vibe shifted instantly. Aries was laughing alone, and that's when you know it's off the rail. Mocking Cube once wasn't enough for him. Nah, Aries kept going way out of pocket. The co-hosts weren't even smiling anymore. Big Boy tried to change the subject, but Aries ignored the lifeline and pushed it further. Then, like he hadn't caused enough drama, he threw in a jab at Tupac too.
You don't think that...
One of the songs I hate the most, if it comes on, I want to shoot the radio. Today was a good day. He did a great joke. He goes, here's Ice Cube as a gynecologist. Hey, Miss Jenkins, I looked at your chart. Now get up on that thing.
That's racist. I don't know how it's racist, but what you just did.
At that point, he wasn't just trash-talking artists. He was coming for the entire West Coast. That's the kind of move that gets you blackballed out here for real. And what's wild, Aries knew exactly what he was doing. At one point, he even looked dead into the camera and said it. The backlash hit immediately. One fan said, I love Aries' skills, but bro, the Ice Cube slander is a no-no. Another chimed in, this is why Aries got no credibility, talking about Pac and Cube like they weren't lyrical legends. Sounds like he's salty New York lost the crown in the 80s and 90s. What Aries didn't see coming? The legends he dissed actually fired back. Normally, the big names stay silent. Let the noise pass. But not this time. But this time, Ice Cube wasn't about to stay quiet. He clapped back like the legend he is. Straight up questioned if Aries Spears was even funny, even relevant, even real in the black comedy world. Cube didn't just defend himself. He dismantled Aries' whole career in one smooth blow. And let's be real, Cube's not new to this. He's built for it. From writing for NWA, to dropping one of the greatest diss tracks in rap history, to producing Friday, and launching the Big 3 League, Cube's a boss with receipts stacked higher than his hat collection.
He's not the greatest lyricist. He was energy. He was passion. He made you feel him. If that said, tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. Dear mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you think about lyricism, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss, my lyrics spit it. Watch the comments. Now when people talk about, you ask anybody, no matter where their region, you know, give me a top 5 rappers. Pac's usually always in that list. Right. I don't ever put Pac up there with the top.
But Aries, he clearly didn't learn his lesson. Even after legends dragged him and fans flamed him online, he showed up on Vlad TV still running his mouth, mocking Cube again like it was a stand-up set gone wrong. What Aries failed to realize is, it wasn't just about Ice Cube anymore. Somewhere in a luxury suite, sipping something expensive, 50 Cent was watching it all unfold and smirking. Because Aries had thrown shade at him too. And just when folks thought 50 would ignore it, he drops a shady little video. No names, no tags, just pure passive aggression. The kind of slick move where fans immediately knew who he was talking about. 50 called him delusional, without even saying his name. But wait, why did 50 even jump in? The man's got a packed schedule. He's producing Power, BMF, running liquor brands, stacking TV deals, touring nonstop. He's not out here responding to every clown. So why did this situation hit his radar? Here's what folks tend to forget. 50 Cent and Ice Cube go way back. There's real mutual respect between them. Long before Hollywood took 50 seriously, Cube was co-signing his movie hustle. And 50? He never missed a chance to give Cube his props in interviews. He's always shown love.
I saw a comedian speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if
What he said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. And I'm like, wow, like what?
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that you know, they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. You know, everybody got their opinion, and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. You know, he entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians. You know what I mean? In the black community for sure. I don't even know if he's on the register with us.
Now Aries, he's the exact type 50 can't stand. Loud, reckless, always talking, but with nothing fresh to back it up. And when 50 sees that, oh, you already know he's pulling out the roast kit. He came in ice cold, no hesitation. Dropped a savage caption. Check my temperature, I'm ice cold. The hood left side of my chest froze. Need help with your bills? I'll write you a referral-ish. Maybe even a love contract. Now Aries was definitely feeling that heat. Instead of cooling off, he launched into another emotional rant, this time gunning for Cube again. And Aries, he didn't stop. He was clearly still stung by what Ice Cube said, and instead of cooling off, he made it way worse. This is where things completely unraveled for him. In one breath, Aries tried to say he respects Ice Cube as a man, but then turned around and claimed Cube has never done anything impressive in his entire career. Huh? That's not just a wild take. That's a straight-up contradiction, and people caught it instantly. They didn't drag him for having an opinion. They dragged him for being inconsistent and trying to play the victim after throwing punches. One fan said, "You can't give a hot take and get salty when someone matches your energy." Another added, "You're allowed to have an opinion, but after that skit, you're not valid." Ice Cube is a made man. But then it got real dark. People started reminding Aries of something that cut deeper than a diss, his disturbing past. Suddenly, this wasn't just internet beef. It was a full-blown character check.
Hey man, you gotta listen to this. Nah, this hot right here.
She was on when I'm just watching. Music, all of it.
Movies, all of it.
Yeah. I never really seen Ice Cube in films that weren't his. You know, like he kind of produced the vehicle that he was in. And it wasn't like he was just being an actor in someone else's film.
Folks brought up the lawsuit from 2022 involving Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish. Yeah, that one. They were hit with heavy allegations connected to a deeply uncomfortable comedy sketch involving a child and an adult character played by Aries. The scene was so unsettling, it left people shocked and furious. The backlash exploded. Twitter went wild. The Shade Room even dropped the footage, and it was bad. Even though the case was eventually settled and the footage wiped from the internet, that stain on Aries' name, it never really disappeared. And after all that, Aries did what he always does. Ran straight back to Vlad TV like nothing happened. People started noticing something strange. Aries Spears was showing up on Vlad TV more than Vlad himself. Every time he popped up, it was the same thing. Ranting about how he's blackballed, complaining that he should be as big as Kevin Hart, going off about how nobody gives him his flowers. It became a full-blown pattern, and fans weren't buying it. They started calling it out. Aries was talking way more than he was working. His name wasn't trending for stand-up, wasn't tied to new roles, and definitely not for any major wins. He was only going viral for drama, dissing legends, starting pointless beefs, or rehashing old wounds just to stay in the conversation.
I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where unless your opinion, and last time I checked as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that.
But that wasn't even the whole picture. Inside the industry, Aries has a reputation, and not a good one. Multiple former castmates have said he was difficult to work with, had a big ego, and was always trying to outshine everybody around him, always doing the most. Sure, he's talented, he can do killer impressions, he knows how to work a crowd, but he never had his Chappelle moment, never got that defining breakthrough that changed the game. And that kind of resentment, it builds up, eats at you, and turns into bitterness. Now flip it. Why did this whole beef blow up in his face? Simple. When you come for Ice Cube, you're not just taking a shot at any rapper. You're coming for a pillar of the culture. Let's be real. No Vaseline is always ranked in the top 3 diss tracks ever. Friday isn't just a movie, it's a franchise that shaped black comedy forever. That's not someone you come at lightly.
He sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded. He was on a radio show and the dude played him the snippet. And the first thing Ice Cube says is, well, most suckers don't like me. Then he goes on to say, I never heard of this dude. Then he finishes by saying, well, he's just not funny. Well, you can't have it both ways. If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not? So you can't have it both. For the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers. So hats off to him.
Ice Cube created iconic characters and made Friday a cultural rite of passage in hip-hop and comedy. And let's not forget, he built the Big 3 League from scratch. A whole pro basketball league now backed by heavy investors and real NBA legends. But long before any of that, Cube was writing for Eazy-E, Dre, Ren, the entire NWA catalog. Ghostwriting straight-up classics while he was still a teenager. Now compare that to Aries Spears. His biggest cultural stamp? Some mad TV impressions, a handful of decent stand-up sets, and now, going viral for disrespecting Cube and looking bitter on podcasts. That's the difference. One built legacy after legacy, while the other's clout chasing through controversy. This is exactly why fans instantly took Cube's side, and here's where it gets juicy. Fans noticed something real suspicious when Ice Cube posted a teaser cast list for the long-awaited final Friday movie. Guess whose name was missing? Aries Spears. Now maybe he was never even being considered.
Said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that? And then secondly, it's always funny. People call me a hater because they love to highlight when I say I don't like something as though I don't have love for anything.
But the timing had fans raising eyebrows. They saw it as Cube sending a loud, crystal clear message. No matter how many voices Aries can mimic, he's never getting cast where it actually matters. Aries wanted to go viral, and sure, he did. But not for his talent, not for his joke. He's trending because 2 legends, Ice Cube and 50 Cent, called him a nobody. And the wildest part, nobody even disagreed. And now the aftermath? It's even uglier than the beef itself. Aries Spears is out here doing podcast marathons, trying to explain himself, but every clip just adds more fuel to the embarrassment. He's spinning in circles. One minute he's apologizing, next minute he's doubling down. It's like he can't decide if he wants sympathy or smoke. Meanwhile, fans are treating him like a walking punchline, memes everywhere. Comment sections flooded with clown emojis. Some folks even went back and started pulling up old footage from Mad TV just to say, man, this dude been corny. And while Aries is out here scrambling for relevance, Cube's still unbothered, dropping new projects, running his empire, and getting love from real legends across music, sports, and film.
Did you call me?
Oh yes, Uncle Pete. Can you watch TJ for me? I need to run to the I gotta run some errands. I need to go to cleaners, and I should be coming back. Okay?
All right, baby.
Thank you.
Industry insiders are also talking. Word is, Aries is officially on the do not call list. Nobody wants the baggage. Not the studios, not the agents, not even the podcasts, unless they're fishing for drama clicks. That loud mouth finally caught up with him, and not in a good way. And here's the coldest part. Aries tried to drag Cube's legacy through the mud, but all he did was highlight how little weight his own name carries now. No stage, no scripts, no deals, just bitter interviews and burnt bridges. It's not cancel culture, it's consequence culture, and Aries is learning the hard way. But here's the kicker. Aries Spears still doesn't get it. After all the backlash, the burned bridges, the public L's, he's still out here acting like he's the victim. In his most recent interview, he said the industry turned its back on him because he speaks the truth and won't play the game. But fans weren't buying it, not even close. People started pointing out the pattern. Every time Aries goes viral, it's for trashing someone else or bringing up his own past for pity. Not for the comedy, not for a show, not even for a comeback, just more noise. At this point, folks are wondering if he even wants to make people laugh anymore, or if he's just chasing controversy to stay relevant. And the sad part, he had talent, real talent. His impressions, his stage presence, his rhythm, he could have had a Dave Chappelle-level glow-up if he played it right. But instead of building, he burned everything around him. And for what? A few viral moments and a seat on Vlad's couch? Now, while Ice Cube's name is being attached to legacy projects, film deals, and real generational moves, Aries is stuck trying to convince people he still matters. And every time he speaks, it just digs the hole deeper. Because in the court of public opinion, Aries Spears didn't just lose the battle, he erased his own relevance trying to throw dirt on a legend. And now, Aries Spears is officially boxed in. He can't land major roles, he's not headlining big venues, and every interview just circles back to the same tired drama.
Will never be satisfied. Why? Because some other will come along that'll take and blow the world up, and you'll want to be that. And then some other will come around and have as talented as you or possibly more, and then you're going to get upset because again, you focus on everything that is not you.
Hold up.
Everything you want,
wait a minute,
but not what's in your present space.
The sad truth is, he's become more known for being bitter than being funny. That's a hard fall for someone who once had real potential. Meanwhile, Ice Cube didn't even have to raise his voice. One slick comment, one subtle post, and boom, the entire internet knew exactly who held the crown. That's power. That's legacy. Cube never had to chase relevance because he built something that never goes out of style. And don't sleep on 50 Cent. He played it smooth, minimal words, maximum damage. No yelling, no back and forth, just one ice-cold post that said it all. When real legends move, they don't need noise. Their silence speaks louder than any rant. Aries tried to swing at giants and ended up shrinking his own spotlight. The only thing keeping his name afloat now is the drama that showed how far he's really fallen. No new specials, no top-tier bookings, just controversy, regret, and the ghost of what could have been. Because in the end, this wasn't about punchlines, it was about legacy. And Aries Spears, he tried to take shots at two kings, and all he got back was silence from the top and laughter from the crowd. Make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs the tea. See you on the next one.